Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome along, everyone. Final checks. Florian, good to see you. Smokey. Are you already on your little trip? I don't know how big or little it is, but you mentioned a trip in Discord. Are you already on it? Or are you leaving later? But yeah, good to see you, Smokey. Good to see you, Florian. What sort of track do you have? High usage. I did yes. Nice. 2 more weeks. Sounds absolutely lovely. Hope the weather's nice for you over there. It's the end of the practice session. Let's see what we can do in qualifying. I did an 18.8 in qualifying, which is probably only mid-pack here. We've got 14 drivers and we're car number 13, so there's a lot of people who I either know are fast or saw were fast. Thanks, Florian. Hope you and anyone else you're with there enjoy the stream. Make it entertaining.
Okay, Adrian, we've got 2 laps to get the job done. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 42 Celsius.
Thanks, Smokey. Now I'm going to try something that I just did. It seems the battery is actually enough to last for both laps here, so see what we can do. Hopefully this isn't a mistake, but plan is.
The leader has just done 119.19. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. The leader has just done a 118.00.
let's push the boat out, see what we can do.
E4. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace.
Fuck. Thought I was straight. When did that kick? Tell you what, I wonder whether it was a combination of initially
just done it on
getting a bit high on it and getting a bit sideways, heated up the surface, and then I opened the DRS and floored it. Wins from the front. Oh, hang on.
New fastest lap for Sander on 17.66.
Yeah, no, maybe it was wind behind. Yeah, no, my wind indicator isn't changing with the... Yeah, wind behind at 10 kilometers an hour. Wind, getting slightly out of shape on the exit.
The guy behind
Plus
has just
DRS open.
24.69. Fastest lap for Edward on 17.60.
I was going to be able to find a good second or two. I was going to go with the fixed setup exactly as it ran, Florian, last night, because I've done the most laps with it.
The car ahead has just done it 119.81.
I'd added 0.5 of front wing to the qualifying set, but I'd done that last year. I did an 18.8 in the practice beforehand, which would have put me, 6, 7, 8. Though Luke's only done an 18.9, he'll be upset with that. Yeah, absolutely, Smokey. Yeah. Yeah. Luke's saying this split is brutal.
That's the end of the session. P12.
This is off 4.8k. The I see like Luke and other people are like, oh, we don't want 20 cars in the split. We don't want the slower drivers, and I appreciate that they probably don't, but also, like, you can have an average race in a 20 or 24 car race and still be sort of mid pack where you're not going to lose too much IR. But yeah, we got to go forward, otherwise We're just bleeding IR. Got no option. So I think we're going to do same strategy as last night. I'd like to change it, but I think it's just going to be the fastest. So
P12 field strength is 4,770 laps.
I mean, there's no way that I mind being a row or two behind. You know, like there's Sebastian in front. We've got Eric behind. Balash has just joined the grid off to our left and behind. You know, this is the group of people that are fast enough that I feel like I should occasionally be around. But we're actually back of the grid. I will definitely try, Florian. Definitely try. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everyone tuning in, whether you're in the chat or not. Appreciated.
This will be a standing start. Go. Left side. He's still there. He's still there. Clear left. Clear left. Car left. He's still there. Hold your line. Clear left. Left side. Clear left. Alright Adrian, decent start. We can build something from here. Incident in turn 4. Looks like it's Sebastian. The car in front of us is now Robert, and their rating is 5.7. Distracted, defend your position. You're reeling, E10 in, the gap is now 0.47, E11. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 39 Celsius.
He was probably just upset about his qualifying. I know he's got more in it. So I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, well.
The leader's just done it on 21.29.
I thought it was a good pass.
You've just done it on 23.94. Car right. Car
Very
right.
aggressive turn and left turn.
Still there. Clear right. Come on mate, defend your position. The next car is Eric.
Come on, Adrian.
There's an incident in turn 15. It looks like Sander. That's a new fastest lap for Mario on 21.02. Stick to the plan, don't be intimidated here. We'll need to pit for fuel by lap 67.
No, we won't, Jim.
That last lap was at 124.05.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that was solo or assisted.
New fastest lap for Mario on 21.02. P11, that was on 22.71. That's your fastest lap. There's an incident in turn 10. We think it might be Colado. Okay, Adrian, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth. No
There goes
mistakes.
Claudio.
Fastest lap for Mario on 20.80.
Just can't.
10th position.
Not making
Lap
pace.
time was at 123.13. Car right. Still there. Right side's clear. The next car is Valosh, and their rating is 5.0. That's a new fastest lap for Mario on 20.62. P11, that was 123.12.
Idiot. Don't turn into turn one too early, Adrian.
drivers have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. The gap to Balaj in front is now 0.9.
Ooh. It is a rough lobby tonight. Is now 1.2. I feel like the track's slower. Maybe because of the extra usage. May also be the wind direction. I'll be honest, I didn't pay as much attention to the wind as I should have last night. So I'm not really sure. Coming from our left right now.
You've just done a 122.
Left and slightly to the front.
That's your quickest today. The gap behind is now 1.5. Incident in turn 3. Looks like it's Volvinko. Yellow flag. There's an incident in turn 8. We think it might be Marshall. Alright Adrian, you're reeling P8 in. The gap's now 0.7. Car left. Clear left.
Was aggressive as I felt I could be there with Jim. That's Jim Marshall on the track, not crew chief Jim. Oh no, there goes Robert. Oops, that's an off track.
Just cut the track. The gap to E9 behind is now 0.7. P8. hold your line. Clear right. That's disappointing, but shit happens. Keep pushing. Come on, Adrian. Robert is now on softs. Is Sebastian, and their rating is 5.0.
Yep, and if I can get towed up to the right by Sebastian, that'd be great.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 37 Celsius. Volvinko behind is pitting. Volvinko is now on softs.
No, Sebastian, I want you to move forward.
To Sebastian ahead is now 0.8. Good luck, that's your best in the session. There's an incident in turn 9. It looks like Robert.
Probably Robert Plumley.
Track temperature is decreasing. It's now 35 Celsius. To Sebastian ahead is increasing. It's now 1.2 seconds.
It's annoying.
That was at 122.122. That's your quickest lap.
I don't know, Smokey, to be honest. I thought I was faster on these things, to be frank. It's more how long can I make the softs last for. Because I think even if I was 2 seconds faster on softs, I'd need to have an extra stop from here. I'm about 6/10 faster if I just don't catch the inside curb on the last corner.
The gap to Sebastian ahead is increasing. It's now 2.8 seconds. Fastest lap for Mario on 20.03.
Yeah, so I think everyone who's boxed is boxed for repair reasons.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 37 Celsius.
That's why Jim behind boxed. And Robert as well. Claudio's still in it.
The gap to 8th place. Ahead is increasing. It's now 4.4. E9, you've just done a 22.53.
I was sure Claudio disconnected, but anyway.
The gap to 8th place. Ahead is increasing. It's now 5.2. Gap to E8 ahead is increasing. It's now 6.0 seconds. That lap time was 22.43.
Too early, too early, too early. Adrian, come on, where's your rhythm? Nice. That's no good.
Gap to P8 ahead is now
Glad you got it sorted.
6.9 seconds. That lap was at 122.65. Okay, Adrian, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Yes, there we go. Better line. Lap 2. Careful getting the power down though. Come on, Adrian. Unfortunately, it's just medium soft 50-50.
The gap to Sebastian ahead is increasing. It's now 8.5 seconds.
There's a fair bit of tyre wear, like there always has, but there's no thermal deg because, you know, circuit's just not high energy enough and the temperature's quite cool. Yeah, half and half, so about half the race on the mediums, half the race on the softs. Your softs will wear faster than your mediums. I was finding in my practice I averaged about 2% drop in tyre wear per lap over my soft practice. And it was like 1.6% per lap for my mediums. And like 1.2% for the hards. But the hards never get warm enough to actually operate here, so...
Sebastian ahead is increasing. It's now 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm thinking of trying something like that. Because I certainly don't have blistering pace on this medium.
Stay between the lines, please, Adrian.
Wasn't confident enough in my soft pace to think I'd make up an extra stop by just doing a really short medium and then two softs. So were you saying 60 for the medium? Because I think the soft holds its pace at the end of the stint. That 2% per lap was off full tanks, simulating the start of a stint.
The gap to Sebastian ahead is increasing. It's now 11 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's good and bad. I'd love to see lots of new faces, but it's also nice to know who you're racing against.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 35 Celsius. That lap time was 22.36.
While you're heavy at the start of the race, the softs wear too much. You need the fuel to burn off to because think if you're on half tanks, that's 50 kilos of inertia that you don't need to fight against.
Fastest lap for
which if
Taylor,
you're trying to pull
19.86.
5G in a corner, or even if there's no 5G corners here, if it's just a 3G corner, that's 150 kilos of weight you're not having to deal with on the tyre, put through the tyre. And it only gets better from there.
Sebastian ahead is increasing. It's now 13 seconds. Your lap time was 22.27.
Yeah, well, that rule of thumb where you wear the tyres at the start of your race more than the end of the race, well, it's not a rule of thumb, it's just the reality of the fact that the fuel load's coming off the car.
For Mario, 119.79.
That's why you see in these races that most people use the harder compound first. On the circuits where it's on the edge of a 1 or 2 stop, or like maybe where
Sebastian ahead is increasing. It's now 13 seconds.
Where there's some condition that means you might be able to look after your soft tyre early on. You'll see some people start on the soft.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 37 Celsius.
And quite a lot of people will start on mediums if they're planning medium hard,
Last lap was at
where the hard is a good option. But quite often the hard is a good option because the medium isn't.
That's a new fastest lap for Mario, 119.71.
Often by the time you get the temp in,
the gap is now 40
your hards won't be that
faster than us in
much
turn
slower
one.
than your mediums. They'll just have better, they're just more resistant to wear and more resistant to heat deck. Oh, absolutely. Can't wait. Here's a question for you. They announced that rain's coming with a future season. I don't know when it's coming, so I won't say an exact season number. But a future season is getting rain in this car, rain tyres. What circuit do you fire up a test drive at with rainy conditions first? So you've downloaded the update. What circuit do you configure in test drive with the rain coming down to test? Probably Spa for me.
Tenth position. It's closing the gap. It's now 11 seconds.
I mean, Singapore would be a classic.
22.50. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
They haven't spoken particularly about this car or any of the other F1 cars. Well, I should say, sorry, any of the F1 cars they haven't enabled wet tyres on already. It's just that when they announced rain, they said their goal was for every car on the service that had rain tyres in real life would have the tyres built for iRacing. Obviously it made sense to go for the sports cars. Sports cars often do more racing in the rain. And I've done quite a few open wheelers, but yeah. Jello, Portimao, Watkins Glen.
That lap time was 1:22.36. Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
I'd probably fire up Montreal, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Got some storied history with rain and F1. RBR in rain would be a challenge.
Good lap. That's your quickest so far. P10 is reeling you in. The gap's now 9.0. Quicker than you entering the chicane.
Rain at Long Beach would absolutely be interesting. Alex is out. Yeah, definitely pit soon.
P8, your last lap time was at 1:22.26.
These fronts are starting to give up on me. And it's a rough old split, this. Essentially a whole heap of people who are just a little bit faster than me.
E9 is getting closer. The gap is now 7.2.
Yeah, I use a couple of flicks of brake bias to control locking. I mean, you've also got the brake migration, of course, so that's adjusting your brake bias any qualifying braking event.
21.80. That's your best lap in the session.
But a bit of rearward bias can pull some heat out of the tyres. I also use it into turn 2. I knock it back 1 because I want to make up for the fact that it's downhill. Not only that, the inside tyre's likely to lock, inside fronts prone to locking there. Even if it doesn't actually change much, changes my mind. I'm confident that the car is set up properly for the corner.
Gap to V1 behind is now 4.9 seconds. 1 lap ahead.
Hey Wesley, how you doing?
Just done a 1:22.09. Fastest lap for Mario, 1:19.24.
That's fair enough. Apart from being slow here, Wesley, I'm doing fine.
You've just done a 1:22.18.
Has that turn 1 been my whole race?
Eighth place. Blue flag. flag. The gap to B1 behind is now 0.46,
Pull out.
1 lap in front.
Pull out. Good.
Car clear right. P9 is gaining on you.
No
The gap's
worries,
now
Mario.
1-1. They're faster than us into turn 1.
Whoa! Glad that wasn't a slowdown. There's a slowdown on that corner. Ooh. Flippin' heck. Will we follow Eric into the pits? Oh, we're going to do one more. We're not really fighting.
Softs. Okay, Adrian, the next car is Eric.
Look, what line was that, Adrian?
Sebastian is pitting from position 6. He should come out just in front of you.
Yep.
Sebastian is now on softs. Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. E9 is getting closer. The gap's come down to 0.27. 100 meters. 50 meters.
Oh. What a shambles.
Left front 42%. Rear left 67. Edward is now on softs. Your exit's clear. Watch the white line. Your tyres are cold. Watch out.
If you've ever wanted to know how not to do a pit stop, I was like
The driver in front of us is
an absolute
Marshall.
hair away from speeding on entry. Went too far, reversed, and then when I went to take off, I was still in reverse. Age end.
Okay, Adrian, you've got half your fuel left. Marshall ahead is pitting. Taylor is pitting from P2. He should be a little bit behind when he comes out.
Crap. Could have been a bit more on it. Although I think Jim's got me because of my fourth pit stop. Yeah, by a long shot.
Taylor is now on softs. Come on, keep digging. E9. Blue flag.
if you have some sort of supernatural speed on the softs, you could theoretically do a 2-stop.
The leader, Mario, is pitting. The leader is now on softs. The captain, Marshall, ahead is now 5.5 seconds. You've just done a 121.15. That's your best lap in this session. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Oh, that was too much.
That lap was a 121.38. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.2 seconds off the pace. You need to find a 10th in Sector 3.
Sure, Jim, I'll just see if there's a 10th lying around on the side of the track I can pick up. Oh, well, there's 3 tenths.
So P8 ahead is now 5.9.
4 tenths.
Fastest lap for Mario, 119.12. That's a new fastest lap for Edward, 119.02. You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Please,
Oh
Adrian.
dear.
The gap in front is now 6.0 seconds. New fastest lap for Taylor, 119.00. Robert behind is pitting.
Probably should be consciously looking after these tyres, but it's too fun.
Fastest lap for Mario, 118.87.
Oh, Imagine just being able to
New fastest
reel
lap
off a
for
118.
118.78. The gap in front is now 6.2 seconds. E9, that's your quickest lap in this session. That's a new fastest lap for Mario, 118.128. Gap to E8 in front is now 6.2. That was 120.81. That's your best lap in this session.
Yeah, I see everyone else has said it, but yeah, definitely, Anthony. You have had some rotten luck, my friend. I've only heard about half the stuff that's happened to you, and I know you've had rotten luck, so hope your fortunes turn around soon, mate. Ooh.
That lap was at 120.77. That's your quickest lap. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. The gap to Marshall ahead is now 6.7.
Oh shit, I just saw this. My bad.
That final corner there, underrated at how difficult it is.
Your lap times are improving. Come on, Adrian.
That won't improve them.
The gap to P3 behind.
Where's
is
the
now
trail braking,
1.8,
Adrian?
1 lap ahead. The gap to 8th place. Ahead is now 6.7.
Whew. That sounded like slight over slowing, but better. There's going to be in our rear view very shortly.
P8 in front is now 7.1 seconds.
Oh, we're wide. Amazing what just a few centimeters wide does to you.
Behind is now 2.2 seconds, 1 lap in front. The lap time was at 1:20.84.
That felt better. Ah.
The gap ahead is now 7.6 seconds.
Always love playing with a bit of BB. The fellow Stuffster. Don't want to get in Tyler's way. Mind you, Tyler also runs the default livery, so you know.
That was at 1:20.86. On your right. Clear right.
Pretty incredible. Really shows that Balash has pace. The fact that Balash started 2 spots behind me on the grid and is about to come around and lap me. I was about to say, oh, Luke's about to come up on me, but Luke's not. Luke's still 30 seconds behind. Wow.
That lap was at 1:21.30.
Oh, don't lock the fronts, Adrian. These are the only fronts you're going to get for this race. Should I say the rest of this race?
to Marshall. Ahead is now 9.2 seconds.
I think we're all learning a bit,
The lap
Leslie.
time was 1:20.80. The gap in front is now 9.2 seconds.
Yeah, the broadcast race has some pretty high softs. I haven't generated the little display I have that shows all the races, and they're like highest IR entrant and lowest IR entrant, and then the soft through the middle. Like a shaded area line chart.
That was 1:20.70. The gap to Marshall ahead is increasing. It's now 9.7.
Max Barnes took a big step up as well. Because I feel like I was, like 2024, I was probably either just a little faster or the same speed as Max. 2025, same speed or he's just a little faster. 2026, he's Luke pace. So it can be done.
You've just done a 1:20.85.
Can work out the access codes for the flying saucer. You too can become an alien. Off track.
Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
Yeah, I think the number of really silly accidents is minimal. There are fewer ones where I go and look at them and like, you know, I always like to ride on board because I think, you know, don't damn a person before you've walked a mile in their shoes, so you can kind of hop in the cockpit and see roughly what they'd be able to see. Obviously, I can look around and people on a screen maybe can't, but gets you an idea. But yeah, lots of them now I go, oh, yeah, they, you know, shame that happened, but this person couldn't see the accident, or that really happens quickly when you play at full pace. So they were, you know, you can understand how someone was caught out.
Gap to Marshall in front is now 10 seconds.
And I feel like compared to sports cars, the people with the high I ratings aren't people who have big egos. I mean, they usually aren't doing the gigantic sends that you might see in other series. Because they're like, I'm the person, you're under a blue flag, you've just got to get the hell out of my way. Which people don't.
Marshall ahead is increasing. It's now 10 seconds.
Yep. The only thing I think the community needs to do is have a bit of a think about netcode sometimes.
That was on 21.
Yeah, true. That is practice making. I just think fragility of egos isn't, and this is just my feeling, but I feel like the fragility of egos isn't as big a factor. I mean, people have their moments.
Gap to E8 ahead is now 12 seconds. Your last lap time was at 1:20.90. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 35 Celsius.
I think I need to take another couple of kilos. Out of this fuel tank before Sunday night. Moment last lap I used 1.22. The average I can use is 1.44. Let's see what happens at the end of this lap.
That lap was at 1:21.00. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.2 seconds.
Yeah,
off the
1.22.
pace.
I can now use 1.46.
The gap to Marshall ahead is increasing. It's now 30 seconds.
Yeah, netcodes are less. iRacing's also worked on it. They definitely improved it, was it?
That last lap was
A year and a half ago?
1:21.07.
They changed the algorithm in respects to front to rear contact, was the main one. The number of times I used to hunt someone from behind when I was way behind them, because their simulation had me like right up their gearbox.
8th place. In front is now
Due to the
14
speeds.
seconds. That lap was at 1:20.80. The gap to Marshall ahead is increasing. It's
Oof.
now 15 seconds.
Yeah, I've definitely been the bad guy. One of the reasons I'm so cautious on starts is because you can guarantee, although some people don't think about that, you can guarantee almost that there's someone alongside you. And that's just danger for someone with my ping. Because my side of the simulator can't start to turn until I get a little packet saying they've started to turn. And if that's, you know, and half a second is a lot of meters when you're doing 300
You've just
or so
done
kilometers an hour.
21.02. All right, Adrian. Lap times are pretty consistent.
Starts used to be murder with the old front to back as well. I used to have to leave giant gaps. Because I'd brake well beforehand, and all of a sudden their car would be spearing off.
The gap to Marshall ahead is increasing. It's now 16 seconds.
Maybe I should try some
Roberts is entering the pits. He's in P10. We think he'll come out just in front. Roberts behind is pitting now.
maybe I should try some tin tops during the
The track temperature's falling.
Winter break.
It's now 33 Celsius.
or summer break, sorry. After this round we'll have 3 weekends with
There's a
no
car leaving the pits.
F1.
That lap time was 1:21.11.
See what the LMP3 schedule's doing maybe. Like a bit of LMP3.
Okay, Adrian, the next car is a lap behind.
Steady there, Robert. I actually wasn't too bothered. Robert with fresh softs will probably pass us again. Qualified ahead of us. Was lapping ahead until
121.13. Sector 3 is 0.1 off the pace.
the incident. Robert waves kindly, probably at everyone on the stream, so everyone wave back kindly to Robert. Look at what an on-track overtake's done to my lap time.
That's your best lap in the session. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
Yeah, I mean, you know, good old technically Robert was right. There's also just, you know, what goes around comes around, and be kind to each other. It's so hard to so hard to actually pass in these cars. You have to fight for every back marker as somebody up the front. It really does hurt your race.
Just done a 120.55.
Too early turn in, Adrian, come on. Yeah, I mean, the letter of the iRacing law does say that you can just race your line, but I think most open wheel cars, it is quite difficult. You lose a lot of time following.
Incident in turn 10. Looks like it's Robert.
Oh, whoops.
The gap to
We talked about
Marshall
Robert too much.
19 seconds. That last lap was at 120.00. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Having too much fun there.
For Edward, 118.27, blue flag. Car left, clear left. Okay, Adrian, we've got out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Sorry, Luke, for being on the racing line as you came past.
Blue flag.
The leader is coming up on me. What? How is Mario lapping me again? Sorry, that's just... insanity.
The gap to P1 behind is now 1.12 laps in front.
Oh, sorry, Luke. I've probably given Balash a go here. Because I was on the racing line. Luke couldn't take it. Just given Balash the 10th or 2 to get on Luke's gearbox. Hopefully Mario can break up Luke and Balash again.
Track limits, watch those lines.
Michael still races. He wasn't... I don't think he was in the race last night. Although might have been, but I was definitely up against Michael at Spa.
To 6th place, behind is now 2.1, 1 lap ahead, 2 to go.
I'm pretty sure I raced, pretty sure Michael was in there at Silverstone as well. No DRS. But we will get a white flag. Barney waving the white flag.
One more lap to go. That was 120.61.
Luckily, Eric behind isn't in a battle, so we can just push on, I think.
Mario has taken over.
Congrats to Mario.
P9. There's the finish. Good drive. That's the end of the session.
Oof. Fully focusing on enduro. Oh. Oh. Thanks, Wesley. I wonder
Good
whether...
race, guys. Good win, Mario.
Oof. Yeah, top 10. In a 4.8k soft, that's not bad, I don't think. Positive IR, which is good. Spa was a bit tragic as far as iRating goes. Oh, that's nice. Robert shared his setup in the garage. Oh, people driving all the way... I should drive all the way back in. What a civilized way to go about it. Full of rubber. Did Balash get Luke? Oh. Let's just quickly watch that. This is going from lap 67. Oh, Luke. Oh. So, I think what's unlucky here is Balash goes for the outside because Luke catches it and just drives straight, and there's not enough room to go around. Madness. All right, we'll fast forward through sector 2 because I assume it's going to be follow the leader. Thanks for tuning in, Wesley. Catch you later. Thanks, Smokey. No. Like, it wasn't in, like, recharge mode. You're talking about it was just seemed to be in build, Tyler. Yeah, strange, Tyler. I would advise not starting with regen on. You're saying till you cross the line at the start of the first lap, or you weren't trying to start? Oh, okay, you weren't trying to start with regen. Yeah, strange. I don't understand why that would be happening. If you think it's a bug and you've saved the replay, I'd definitely clip it and send it in and just say you're like, hey, I just think this is wrong. Yeah, I'll be honest, I've never actually toggled regen mode actually in the race. Look at these two going at it. Oh, wow. Oh, Luke. How hard did he send it? And this was lap 70. Have a look as well at the wrong one. No. Have a look at that left front tire. How dull it is compared to the right front. Shiny. Dull. Yeah, Luke, just sent it a little too hard there. Oh dear. I was saying I need to take a couple of kilos out of my set. Alright. Have a look. Let's have a look at what happened to poor Sander. So running in fourth here. Oh, that's right behind Tyler. No, right behind Claudio's. Oh. Oh, Sander. Off to the side. Opened up too much on the dirt and you're gone. There we go. What happened to Claudio? think this was up in turn 9 out of turn. Up, obviously. Or was it just a disconnect? So Claudio currently running in P3. Whoop. Yep. Oh. Yeah, that's just the apex curb. Just turned a little early. Got too high on that curb and then... I think that corner as well, wind would be largely behind you. Ding. That front wing. Ah, that's right. Oh, battling Luke. Isn't it? Yep. And around the outside. Oh. Yeah. That's just a slight lack of awareness with where you are. Like, you've got very limited traction all the way out there. Oh, no. Luke's actually not, surprisingly, for being the other car there. Luke was just there, wasn't involved. Luke turned tight enough that there was space on the outside the whole way round. There wasn't going to be space on the exit, but I think there was plenty of space left by Luke. Luke was still, I mean, you don't really go all the way out to the outside curb there anyway. But yeah, I mean, you look at where Luke is there. There would have been, there's space all the way here to exist. Just once you're one car wide, once you're on that lighter grey, you can see the difference in angles of the car as well. You can see Luke's on the other side of the camber. Go forward slowly. You can see it's obvious to me in VR anyway that you're on the wrong side of the camber, and that just takes you out to the dirt. Gone. But yeah, we were going to have a look. Quick, last one, I think. What happened to poor Alex? Car looks all good here. Fast forward a bit. So currently running in 4th. A slightly lonely 4th by the looks of things. So far, so good. Oh, that might have been an Alt F4. Yeah. He just gets understeer through that corner. Tires are old. Hops over that camber. Is taken all the way out. Back end doesn't like it. As you put the throttle down, heats up the surface of the tire, and then you try to go full throttle once you're straight, and whoop. And the worst thing is when you half save it and it just goes straight forward. Yep. Sorry to see that, Alex. Right. I actually haven't looked at my start yet. Have a quick look at my start, and then got away okay. Probably a bit gentle on throttle again. Was very wary there that I didn't want to send it. Didn't want to send it 3 wide into turn 1. I stayed off the curb a bit more here. I was kind of happy with my line through that curb. I probably need to try to get enough confidence, because I had a lot of space around me, turn a bit later and stay on the tarmac so that I can carry a bit more speed and get on power earlier, not wait for the rear to settle off the curb. Alright. Yeah, we haven't looked at this yet. Sebastian's a little slow. Robert gets alongside. I can understand why Sebastian's upset, because with netcode, Robert was probably a lot more alongside than he was there, but I also think that yeah, I wonder if netcode's put Robert a bit closer, because I don't know that you'd choose to go up on that curb when you're not going that fast. Yeah, combination of coming off the curb and being on the marbles and bad camber. Just went around. I think I was fine with my move there. I saw it was going to happen and saw it was going to be bad. Backed off a little. Kept it tight as possible. Nearly got passed by Eric because of it. So there you go. There we go. That was another race at the Hungaroring. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream. I'm going to be back on Sunday at 10 UTC for the Altsoff. May or may not be back tomorrow night. I'll have to see. That'll be 10 UTC tomorrow. It'll depend on how my evening's going and how I feel, and whether my arms have recovered from tonight. But yeah, I hope you tune in to Global Sim Racing channel. Just search it up on the YouTubes at 1900 UTC to see the top drivers do their thing. You'll probably see Eduardo. You'll probably see Sander. You'll probably see Mario. You may even see Alex, and perhaps some of the people in this chat will also be racing. I will not. I will be in bed. Thanks for joining me, Anthony, Florian, Tyler, Smokey, as always. All of you, everyone that I'm forgetting. I know there's about 4 names that I'm forgetting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who's just tuned in. Really appreciate the views. And I'll catch you later on. Sunday at 10.